You can also do a presentation. You can use PowerPoint or Prezi. And I've listed here your PowerPoint should have at least 30 slides, not including your introduction slide and your conclusion and reference slides. Okay, you should have at least 1,000 words in those PowerPoint slides. So ideally, a presentation is heavy on the graphics. The point is to include a lot of graphics and then talk about how those graphics relate to your subject. Charts, graphs, data, pictures. It should not have many to know slides without graphics on them. Likewise, it should also not have slides that are just pictures. This isn't just dump 20 pictures on a PowerPoint presentation and turn it in with a little bit of text. No, the pictures should relate to the description and the text that talks about your topic as you're walking through your topic, your introduction, your data, your results, your conclusions. Okay? Your Prezi also, it should have 4 main circles with at least 2 to 3, ideally, sub-circles tying each main section off of each main section. I also want at least 1,000 words for the Prezi. And if you'd be kind, it would be great if you could also submit or turn on the Word. I don't know what you call it in Prezi, but you can submit your paper with all the words in it of all the sections, or have it generate that. Okay, now if you're going to a poster, if you want to do a wall 2-dimensional poster, posters' purpose is to engage the reader in visual stimulation while educating them. Okay? In other words, it is an artistic foray into presenting knowledge in a visual experience. Some things that people look for that are considered good poster design quality is that it is well laid out. It flows well. We read top to bottom, left to right. So you should break your poster up into columns or moving left to right, with the center of the poster being your introduction or your beginning or some sort of eye catch that the person can focus on and get an understanding of what this poster is going to talk about. If your topic is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, you should probably have some imagery that focuses the viewer's eyes to the garbage patch. Visual stimulation of what a garbage patch is, and then talk about it. Don't have a big whale in the middle of your poster, because whales don't have anything to do with garbage patch. Well, they do. They probably eat a lot of the garbage that's in the garbage patch, but somebody's going to think you're talking about whales instead of the garbage patch. So key the person into your poster. Some other key critical components of your poster is don't leave a lot of white space. Okay, your sections, your text, your pictures should be laid out nicely with some space between them, but don't leave huge gaps of white space on your poster board. It makes it look not full, if you will. Okay? Another thing is you have all this retail space to fit only 1,000 words. Make your font big. Don't print it out in 12-point font so I have to go within inches of your poster board to read it. Print it out in 14, 16, 18. Make your headings or your titles 20 or 24 font. Make it as big as possible to fit your poster. Okay? That helps people to read it, and it makes it overall look a lot nicer. Now, don't make the font so big to get away with using less than 1,000 words. I actually do count the words on your poster to make sure you've hit that 1,000 at the least. Okay? If you're doing a 3D model, please take this to heart. I want to see a college level model. Okay? You are at the collegiate level. I want to see quality components. I want to see it's robust and not falling apart. I want to see a well thought out design and layout and construction. I want something that I can put in my office to make all my other coworkers a little jealous. All right? Don't turn in something that my kid could make in kindergarten, because then I'll grade you like a kindergartner. Okay? I want quality. So that means don't wait until the last minute and make a hot glue mess and then turn it into me. All right? These things take time. So please do a good job. Your grade will be reflected in the amount of time and energy and effort you put into your project, no matter what format you do it in. Now, if you're taking the class online, you might be worried, well, what if I do a physical project? How am I going to turn it in? Well, this answer applies to you and to anybody else doing this. You must upload pictures of your final project if you do not do an electronic format like research paper or presentation, PowerPoint or Prezi. If you do a poster or a model or anything that's physical, you must take photos of that and upload it to Canvas under the assignment before the assignment is due to get credit for it. Okay? If you turn it into me 2 or 3 days late and haven't uploaded physical proof, photos of your project, it will be counted late. So if you do a poster or a project, please take many close-up photos, upload those photos so I can read it and see it, and then take one photo from a distance so I can see it in its entirety. You can upload many photos to Canvas, so don't be shy. Okay? Now, you may ask yourself, well, I don't know what to do or how much to do. Well, I've uploaded in Canvas in the Files section under the Project folder some examples for you. So we go back to the Files section and look at the Project folder. There should be an Examples folder. And here I've got examples of posters, PowerPoints, and papers and 3D models that I thought were good examples of A's and B's, passing grades. So if you're interested in looking at what a poster looked like, you can click on one of these that's a poster and see that somebody did a poster on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. If I were to grade this and critique this, I would say this has a great title. It's clear, it's concise, it catches my eye. It has some hand-drawn art. Somebody spent a little bit of time on that. And then each section is color-coded and laid out. That's pretty nice. Some drawbacks of this would be what? That the font is a little bit too small, right? They've got a lot of space in those colored boxes. It could have been filled out by even increasing the font by 2 or 4 points. Really would have made this poster more legible, more readable to somebody standing a little bit farther away. I mean, if you do a really good job, I'm going to put these up in the hall, and you're going to have throngs of people crowding, trying to read your poster. Think about the people that are in the, the nosebleeds. They got to be able to read it too, right? Cool? All right. If you go back, you'll also see that there are examples of PowerPoint presentations and papers that I thought were good. This is an example of a 3-dimensional model. You have to write, I think, 300 words or something that talks about the model, describes what's going on. And this girl did a model on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, spent a lot of time putting this together, doing some research about it, and writing a couple hundred words about the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. Cool? I think there's also, let's see, is this a PowerPoint presentation? Yes. So this one has 29 slides. It's a little bit under the required length. So this person got some points taken off. A few. But if you'll notice, boom, intro, title to the section I'm looking for. Graphics, titles, topics. A few slides with text are okay. But then I really want to see graphics and text combined together to help me to understand visually what's going on with the graphics and what's going on with the text. Don't put too much text in and don't put too many graphics in, right? It's a fine balance you're going to have to achieve in a to make a good presentation, right? So let's go back to the project guidelines real quick. Come down, make sure I haven't missed anything. Yep. Again, make sure you upload your project in some sort of digital format. I cannot stress this enough. You must turn something into Canvas. And last but not least, I can't stress this enough either. Although it's in the student handbook and the code of conduct, plagiarism will not be tolerated. Okay? When you turn your final project in, if it is an electronic copy or version, it will be run against a database, a worldwide database of websites, papers other students have turned in, and other works by other people. If you cut and paste from a website, you have to give the person or the website or the entity credit. If you directly quote them, you have to put it in quotes. Those quotes do not count towards your final word count. That's somebody else's work. The only thing that counts for credit in your project is your own work. Okay? If you fail to cite work, if you cut and paste, even if it's a bullet list from an organization that you're talking about, you have to cite where you got that bullet list, and that you copy it word for word. You have to quote it. If you find some information that's relevant to your topic and you want to include it, formulate it in your own words, but still give that website or that person or that book or that journal credit, because it's their thought or idea. But it's critical that you put it in your own words and still cite them, okay? If you turn in your final project and it's flagged red, you should probably take a look at it. If it's flagged green, you're in the clear. If it's yellow, we'll have to take a look at it in a little bit more detail, okay? It uses a system. If you don't see the flag, I'm not using the system online there, but I will be using it once I download it. So again, do not cut and paste. You will have a major chunk of your points removed for doing that, for plagiarizing, up to receiving a complete 0 on your final project, which your final project could be worth 1.5 to 2.5 letter grades related to your final grade in this class. So please do not take that lightly. I don't take plagiarism lightly. Okay? I've included a rubric at the end of this that shows where the points come from when I grade your project. Okay? If you get 5 points for a good geographic question and your first section, your background information and your introduction is worth 15 points. Your data section is worth another 15. Your results are 15. Your conclusions are 15. Your overall design. Your layout. Was it written well? Did it flow well? Was it put together? Did it make sense? Right? That's design, proper formatting and use of elements. And then 10 points in overall and presentation is organized, professional, clearly narrator, and leads it to the conclusion. This also includes your references section, okay? If you are short references, you will have points deducted from the overall impression. So make sure you have at least 5 reputable sources. You're encouraged to include many more than that. Okay? That concludes the introduction to your final project grading rubric and instructional material. If you have any questions, please email me, jump on Discord and chat with me, or email me and set up a point to video conference or meet in my office. Cool? All right, take it easy.